People call me a god, all because my PC connects to a 2D world and I can drop real-life stuff into it. A random kitchen knife I tossed in became their most sacred relic, and the offerings these little pixel people sent back actually showed up in real life. What I didn't expect was, their very first offering nearly gave me a heart attack. The moment I launched Pixel God, a voice suddenly echoed in my head. This day, the world has finally welcomed back its great deity. Your arrival has given this world meaning once more. By the time I snapped back to reality, the screen had already changed. A flat green field appeared, surrounded by forests and rivers, with a white domed temple standing right in the center. Then that voice came back. This is your temple. Please give it a name. My name's Lin Yao, so I guess it's the Yao Temple. Right then, two shirtless barefoot pixel dudes popped up in the corner. They walked over and started circling the temple, until one of them got a big exclamation mark over his head. What an incredible building! This had to be made by a god. The other one threw his hands up. This is a divine sign from the gods. This place is blessed. We need to bring more people here to settle down. This is the promised land. Both of them got smiley faces over their heads and bolted off screen. A few seconds later, they came sprinting back with 5 more people. All 7 of them started praying around the temple, threw up a small thatched hut nearby, transplanted some berry bushes from off screen, and just like that, they'd made a home. A notification popped up. You have gained the world's first believers. Faith is the source of your miracles. Gather more. A tiny person icon appeared in the top right corner for population, next to a palace icon for faith. Both were sitting at 7. Each believer only generating 1 point of faith. I clicked into the faith menu and found a locked glowing orb. That's a miracle, and you need enough faith to unlock it. The most basic one was rainfall. But further down were way more powerful ones, like the Aegir's Flame, where a Sea Lord imprisoned a fire dragon and turned it into a monument capable of launching massive fireballs. Looking at all of this, I started doing the math, so I'd need at least 10 believers just to pull off one basic miracle. Growing my population became priority number 1. Unlike other city builders, this simulator doesn't let you construct buildings or spawn residents directly. You just have to wait for the pixel people to multiply on their own. So I sat back and watched them farm. That's when I noticed something off around the temple. Sad expressions started floating above their heads. They gathered around the temple, worshiping, "Great deity, please show yourself. Please bless us." Almighty God, the forest tribe thinks we're worshiping a demon. They want to tear down the temple. Please show us a miracle. I immediately got it. This was their first real crisis. But my faith was only at 7. I couldn't even make it rain. I kept digging through the menus. Eventually, I clicked on the temple and a new screen appeared. In the center was a stone bonfire, and in front of it stood a gray, faceless statue. No clear gender, just blurry features. Looked like what these pixel people imagined their god to be. In front of the statue was a long table with 2 slots, a large one on the left labeled Offering, and a small one on the right labeled Gift. The offering slot made sense, but the gift slot, that had to be something the god gives back to the believers. Was this the divine relic they kept talking about? Then I noticed something weird. That table looked really familiar. Wait, it was identical to my desk. The offering slot was the exact shape of a keyboard. The gift slot was oval. Could that be a mouse? I looked closer at the statue, and that was me up there. That thought hit me like a truck. A crazy idea popped into my head. I carefully grabbed a garlic clove and set it on my mouse. I stared at it, full of hope. 2 seconds later, it just rolled off. Classic. Obviously just a coincidence. I laughed at myself, but then, just like that, the clove vanished into thin air. I snapped my eyes to the screen. Sure enough, a pixel garlic icon had appeared in the gift slot. I clicked it, and there was a description. Divine gift, a rare spice and medicinal herb. Would you like to bestow garlic upon your believers? I literally shook. I paced around my apartment, then went and splashed cold water on my face. Only after I fully calmed down did I sit back down at my desk. The gift slot on screen. Yup, that garlic was still there, which meant the stuff in my hands could actually be sent into the game through the mouse. I had no idea what kind of game this was or how it could break the 4th wall like this, but I really wanted to see what would happen when the real world meets the game world. So I hit confirm. The little people praying outside the temple all got exclamation marks at the same time. The god has appeared. A miracle has descended. Great deity, thank you for the gift of garlic. After receiving the divine garlic, the pixel people knelt in prayer and spread the word. Smiley faces appeared above all their heads. They got to work immediately, clearing out a farming plot together. Tiny sprouts pushed through the soil, slowly growing into rows of green seedlings. A notification flashed on screen. Your gift has taught your believers to grow and use garlic. Faith increased. The faith counter in the top right corner jumped from 7 all the way to 22. Looks like gifts are the fastest way to farm faith. I spotted a pencil on my desk and figured tools would be even more useful for a tribal civilization. But when I opened the gift panel, the garlic was still in the slot. I clicked on it, and a message appeared. Garlic is being absorbed into the world. Please wait. I had no choice but to let it go for now. I just got in this game, and there was still a lot I hadn't figured out. About half an hour later, a new group of pixel people came running in from off-screen. They were all wearing leather vests, the leader had a horned helmet, and they were carrying wooden spears. They raised torches and surrounded the temple. This demon's house must be destroyed. You're all followers of evil. Burn it down. This was exactly what my pixel people had warned about. The forest tribe believed the temple housed a demon. The 7 believers near the temple all got exclamation marks above their heads. This is the God's temple, the Yao Temple. Our God has already sent us a miracle. He gave us garlic. The forest tribe wasn't having it. They kept screaming about setting fire to everything. I quickly opened the miracles panel. I hovered over the first option, rainfall. Based on how primitive these guys were, a sudden rain